Good morning, friends. It's Nancy, and today we're gonna start getting into the Fae Journal. I'm so excited to do that. I did get that kit that Amy showed with the Apothecary Jars. Oh, it's so pretty. It goes perfectly with her kit, the colors and everything, and I fell in love with it the first time she showed it. So I did purchase that, and I'll be using a bunch of that in here too. So like I said, I'm making an altered book, and I kind of mapped it out already, ripped out. Like I think I told you, there was like 575 pages in here. There might be maybe 50-ish in here, and I'm not sure if I might rip a couple more out. But that's the beauty of it. You start kind of like this, and then as you work in, and I kind of mark the middle, you'll see if you need to take a couple out in the front or a couple in the back. But this can get pretty full, really quick. So you think, oh my gosh, 575, and you only have like 50 left. Yeah, because you'll see, and if you watched my previous one that I had done, they turn out so beautiful. So this is the front of the book here. It's a perfect condition Reader's Digest from 1994. And I made, excuse me, that beautiful topper for it, which I love. And I'm just so excited to put it on the cover. But that will be at the end. So in the front here, I thought we could do a little decorating here. So I'm going to get my helping hands out here. Like I said, I will put a hitch post in here, and I'm just going to make a little mark where it's going to go, so I do not cover it up. So my cover measures approximately 7.5, so 3.5 is 7, so 3 3/4 is about where that hitch post is going to go. And I'm just going to make a tiny little mark there, just so I have an idea of where I'm going to put it. Okay, so I did a lot of fussy cutting. That's the only thing. It's a ton of fussy cutting with Amy's kit and the jars, but you know what, it's going to be so worth it. So I did do some cutting and inking a little bit ahead of time. I have some of my die cut flowers here. Amy's mushrooms, fairy, and a couple of these bottles. So I thought I'd make a little arrangement down here. And then, yeah, let's get started. Got my brand new bottle of fabric tack, so it shouldn't be too painful to use this. Also using my glue stick, and yeah, okay. So I wanted to make a little collage type thing here with, and let me see if I can remember what I did, and I can kind of show you my idea. I wanted to kind of put her here, and I wanted to do like some, let's see, how did I have it? See, that's the thing, we should take pictures, but we don't. I wanted to do it something like this. These jars are gorgeous, aren't they? They are, and they're all different colors they come in, and oh my gosh, so pretty. So I wanted to do like something like this, and she was going to be here. I think I'm going to move that over and put this jar up here a little. And then I wanted her kind of in front, standing here. And see, that's why I wanted to watch where that hitch post was going. So I can move this over, and it's not going to interfere with her wing. That's the thing. So I think I wanted to do something like that. And I was going to add some greens in here, somewhere like that, because and then I wanted to do like this one over here, and then maybe some greens here, and I was going to do the label, and this way, can put the recipient's name up there. Yeah, that would be nice up there. So that's kind of my idea there. So the first thing I want to do is make sure, like I said, I don't interfere with the hitch post there. So I know it's there. So she would go about there. And then I'm going to put that there. But the first thing that's got to go down is my tall bottle, right? And I want that to be about here. All right, so let's make a little mark. And I will just make a little mark right there. And now I know where to line it up. And I will use, I guess I will use my fabric tack. Let's just start this brand new bottle. And isn't that true? There is nothing like a new bottle of glue to use, right? And I just love this fabric tack for gluing these pages together in the altered books. They don't get the glue lines, they don't get the bubbles. It works out perfectly. So I highly recommend it if you're able to use and get it. It just, everything just fits perfectly in there. And what I should do is get myself a wet wipe and have it ready, because you know I'm going to need one. So I'm going to have my wet wipe over to the side here. Okay, and then the next thing I want to do is kind of put this down here further, a little bit like that. And then she's going to stand in front. So I'm going to put her here, steering clear of that. And so I'm going to glue that down first. I mean, regular glue will do as well. And as far as gluing the pages of the book together, you can use the glue stick, will work really well. Just make sure you have your little squeegee tool, your little credit card to smooth out all the bubbles. So I'm going to put this one about here, like that. Okay, whoops. All right, there we go. And then yeah, I was so excited to start this. And when I saw the kit with the bottles and all, it's like, oh yes, the fairies are always mixing something, some little potions up, aren't they? All right, so she's going to go there, and then I'm going to put the mushroom here. So I guess I can glue her down. So I hope everybody had a really nice weekend. I did. It was nice, and now it's getting warmer. It's supposed to be in the 40s here. So the snow is finally going to melt, and hopefully we won't get any more. But you know, Mother Nature, she has a mind of her own, right? She does what she wants to do, and we just have no choice in the matter. So, but that's okay. That's quite all right. All right, so there she is. I just love building these you know, on top of one another. And look how well Amy's fairies go with those bottles, right? So now I need to find, I did print the mushrooms out on cardstock and 28 pound. So I think I'm going to use the 28 pound here. But let me see if I can find that other little mushroom. I did a lot of fussy cutting of mushrooms and things. And let's see if I have it here. Okay, not in this one. Let's see if I have it in here. I'm looking for that little one. Maybe this one will work. It's kind of little too. I'm looking for this one if I had it. So I might not have cut that one. Okay, really doesn't matter. Okay, I think I'm still going to use this one because it's taller. I like it because it's taller, but I am going to put some greens behind it. So I am going to put those right about there. I am going to use my fine tip for this. And I did order myself more Barely Earths glue and some 2-ounce fine tip bottles, but 2 ounce. I think this is an ounce one. I wanted something just a little bit bigger. So see how those work when they come. I love using those little bottles, but you know, after a while you got to just kind of give it up and get a new bottle, because to me they just don't last very long. So I'm going to put that there. They get kind of stopped up and grungy towards the tip, and they're not very expensive. I mean, it lasts a long time, so I don't mind if I have to give one up and throw it away. So I'm just kind of building here with some greens behind it. Okay, and then I'll just use this one here. I have another piece of my green, and I thought that would look really pretty. And I'm going to just kind of intertwine it like that. So what I can do is glue it to the back of this piece, put some glue here to hold it, like that, and then get some glue on. Okay. And some glue here. Thank you for everyone for giving me such wonderful comments about this journal and my detective one. I am going to put this right about here, and I don't want that to get caught in the, okay, there, it's going to be fine. And then I'll put a little bit of glue. I don't think I got any under here. Okay, so that's that. Okay, let's just hold that down for a second. And I think if you have some die cuts of greenery or leaves that you can put behind these, it kind of gives more dimension. I'm liking how that looks. It just kind of adds some more dimension. And then I thought this tag would be real pretty here too. Right about here. I like that. Is that even? Yeah. There we go. Gotta pick it up so I can look at it. So, wait 1 second here. There we go. So I like that. I like this little collage of the fairy and some bottles and things. So now on this side here, we're going to do something to kind of go along with it. And I have a butterfly. I have a tag, a couple butterflies, a tag, a bottle, and I have here a fairy cut out of that pretty paper I have, that coppery patina paper, and then I have one cut out of black. And so what I'm going to do is kind of give her a shadow, so it's like a silhouette shadow of her. So that's what I'm going to put on here, and that's a fun thing to do when you have people, you know, silhouettes of people and things like that. You can just, and I'm going to let her wings stay free. So let's just see how this is going to go on here. So I'm just going to offset her a little bit like that. And this will make her stand out just a little bit like that. And you see how she can stand out? And so I glued her body, but her wings are free like that. And then it looks better that way. Otherwise, I think she'd get lost on that page. Plus, it gives her a little bit of dimension. I have this really thin twine, and I wanted to put it through the hole of the tag here. And that also gives some dimension to the tag, like that, right? Okay, so now what did I want to do on this page? I want to do the bottle here. And where this is here, even though it's pretty, I thought it'd be really pretty to put this tag here with the string. So I think I will probably do that first. I think I like this string going the other way. Is this the way I want to do it? Don't you always have to think twice about... No, I think that's the way I did it. You always have to think twice about, do you put it from the back to the front or the front to the back? I never get that. I never get that right. No, yes, that's the right way. Okay. And so what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to tie it. I'll probably trim it a little, but I'm going to tie it too so it doesn't come out like that. Okay, there. That's perfect. So let's see. I want to kind of cover it there. And then I would put the bottle here. Okay. So let me... I think I will use the fabric tack for this. Really doesn't matter. The smaller pieces, I like using the fine tip. I have more control. So we'll get that on first. I'll put it right about there. So we'll cover up that. And I want to see some of that. Okay, and then we're going to do this one here. Okay. All right. And I'm going to put that right about here. Oops. Yeah, I don't have a little towel here. I just have my wet wipe, but that's okay. I'll hold it down here. It'll get glued down, so that's cute. And then the butterflies, I kind of wanted to put here, and then our little fairy, she's coming down like that. All right. And just opening the book and seeing all this makes me so happy. Because it makes me want to say, what else is going on in here? Oops. What else is going on in here, you know? Okay. Fairyland. This is a pretty fairyland. I want to see what else is in here. Right? And then let's get our fairy on. And like I said, I'm just going to get her body glued down. and leave her wings free. Let's get her placed. She's coming in right about there. There. I'm going to put her right about here. I'm just going to put her down and hold her down for a second. Kept my glue up here. If I could do this one-handed, that'd be great. Oh, I did it. All right, so then this, I think I could cut this. It's a little too long, so I will cut this a little bit here, probably around here. There we go. And you see how her wings are free here? And that just gives it more dimension. Let me get this little piece down here. Okay, get that down. And then this little one here. There we go. All right, now that's the front, the first page of the book. And I absolutely love it. Very pretty. Okay, so then we're going to go to this page here. And I think what I'm going to do here is cover it with, I think we're going to do some of this paper here to start with. So I've already, you know, what you have to do is whatever book you're using, if you're making an altered book, you want to measure your pages here. And I don't mind a little border of page, so I'm guessing approximately 7 1/8 by, and you don't want it to go way down in there. You want to give it some room, by 4 7/8, something like that. So I print 8 by 10, but I'm still cutting some off. That's the sacrifice you make if you're using a Reader's Digest. But you know what? It's fine. I think it's totally fine. And so I'm done that with this page here, and I just want to see where I'm going to split it, because the other half will be on the other side. And that's another thing. You only have to print single-sided, which is super nice. And you do have a lot of options to do things in an altered book because your base pages are there already. So I am going to rip it right there, or tear it with my tear ruler, I should say. Right about there. So let me get that. Okay. You hold it down here. And so this page is going to go here, like that. And what's nice about this book is you can see the color of the pages is already, you know, patinaed yellowy brown. And so that's really nice. And I, you know, could just go over these edges ever so lightly with, so we don't see any white. That's all I'm worried about. Just some of the white. I'm not a heavy inker, at least I don't think I am. Maybe some people do think I am, but I'm not. So I'm going to use this page here. Isn't that pretty? Oh, such a pretty kit, Amy. I really like this kit. All right, so I'm going to get the other one out too to hold it down so it's not flopping. And let me just get some book page out here so I can glue. And I'm going to put fabric tack. So let me get that going. I love making altered books. You really need to try one. They're just so fun. And I don't know, I have a thing about, you know, using you know, I like the size of the Reader's Digest books. They're not too big, they're not too small. They're kind of like the right size, and they feel really good in your hand holding it. To me, it's almost like the perfect journal size for me to hold. Okay, so let's get that on here. And I am going to start here. Okay, and move that and get that down here. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because I'm just going to do this. And you see how I didn't go all the way in? That's perfect how to do that, because then it doesn't bulk up the spine. And it lays nice and flat. And no bubbles, no creases. And then if you get the glue, if it comes out, you just rub it and it rubs right off. And then I always have my little wipe here to get it off my hand. And there's that page there. Now let's get one on the other side here. And my other side of the page is here. So I want to see how this is going to go on. I might have to take just a smidge off. And I think I will take a smidge off this inside here. Okay. Let me get a little bit of this off. Just checking it out. Okay, and that should do it. Let's check it. Yes. All right, I'll get some ink on here. Let's see, you're seeing this on Monday. So yesterday, Sunday, we probably would have watched the Screen Actors Guild Awards. So I can't talk about that because I haven't really, today is Saturday and I'm taping this today. I haven't watched them yet. So I'm not a huge TV watcher, but I like to just see what everybody's wearing and how they act and things like that, right? So let me get glue on here. I like to watch award shows usually. Not the crazy goofy people, but the more mature people, I think. So we'll probably have watched that. Maybe I could talk about it sometime this week. So if there was anything worth talking about on it. All right. I did order some pretty little pieces of dyed tags and papers from Jacqueline, Lovely's Crafty Lodge. I'll link her shop or her channel below. She has a YouTube channel where she has live sales, usually on Fridays. Not every Friday, but she'll usually announce when she has them. And she makes some beautiful dyed papers, and I'll be using one shortly here. I'll show you. She did some beautiful eco-dyed papers and tags, and I pulled them out because I think they're going to be perfect in here. Now, isn't that just beautiful? And with the color of these pages here, I love it. It just fits in perfectly. I'm just so happy with how this is blending. It's a beautiful, beautiful book so far. I love it. So I'm just getting the start here. I'm just getting the feel of what I'm going to do. We could decorate this yet, but I want to do one more covering here. And then where I have my paper clips is where we're going to start doing pockets, tucks, things like that. But I thought maybe it'd be nice to get a couple pages going here. And what I wanted to do now on this page, and like I said, we might put something here, or I might let the beginning of this be this beautiful page. I'll think about that, but let's just get something covered. So the next thing I wanted to do, let's see, what was the next one I wanted to do? Okay, the next thing I wanted to do is put a little bit of the inside of the fairy house on these 2 pages here, and we're going to add some pieces into here. So I already pre-cut the edges. I know it can be kind of loud, so I want to see where I'm putting that, make a crease, and then I'm going to tear that page. Just moving that out of the way. And I'm going to put that here. Make sure I'm even. Okay. And this one will go on this side. Let's start working on this side first. Make sure it's gonna fit before I put glue on it. Yes, I love it. Okay. I love seeing what Amy's doing with this, and Carol and Mitzi. I'm not sure as of today. I don't know if Linda started yet, so I'm not sure. She might have, and I just haven't had the time to watch yet. So, but like, it's funny too, because Carol and Amy are using their Amy's croak and ribbit kits because they like the frogs. And not a big frog or insect girl, I have to tell you. Although I am using butterflies. Butterflies are nice. I love the butterflies. I love dragonflies, bees. Yeah. So, but it's funny that they both picked those kits to go with it, which are perfect. They work perfect for that. But I think I'm going to stick with the jars and the fairies. And leave the frogs and the bugs to them for their journals. So you girls have at it with those bugs and frogs. I'm just going to take a nice pass on that, okay? Oh, love that. Love, 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 love. Okay, here's the other piece. Make sure it goes on the right way. I'm just going to check it here and make sure, in case I have to take a little bit off. So let's see. Yeah, see a little tiny bit off the middle. And I don't want to take too much more off here, but I think I can definitely get a little bit off the middle here. So that should still work out and look fine. So I'm going to do that. Okay. And I haven't thought this whole journal out yet, which is the fun part. I mean, I kind of figured the pages, and I know, pockets that I will make and tucks that I will make with those pages, in addition to adding other separate pieces to it. But I love that you can just kind of go as you go here like this, and then just watch it come alive here. I love that. So, all right, let's get some glue on here. I feel like I want to have some like magical force music playing in the background. If I knew of any. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to to get this one on here. And the other nice thing about using the fabric tick is it gives you a little bit of wiggle time to, you know, adjust your page. Just enough. And that's lovely. I like that. Let's get that on. Make sure it's on all the edges there. Lovely. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so now let's do a little bit of decorating on this page here. Okay. So I have a fairy. I have, and this little piece and these bottles, tiny little bottles, are from the MaryKvalentine Apothecary Vintage Bottles and Ephemera. I have that I pre-cut. They have all different sizes. So I have that. And then I want to put, I have some more of my greens cut out here. And what else? Is there anything else I wanted to use? Don't know. But anyway, let's just get her lightly inked. So we have to see what's going on inside the fairy's cottage, right? She must be making some special bottles of something, huh? So I wanted I had another little bottle. Where did it go? Oh, I knew I had 3 bottles. I'm looking on the floor and I don't see it. So it's a really tiny bottle. I know I was missing one more bottle. Don't see it anywhere. It's probably stuck to something. I just don't see it. Oh, there it is. I found it. Look at how tiny this bottle is. That's why I couldn't find it. So I want to put this bottle, I want to put it either here or I can put it up on the shelf here. I think I'll put it right there on the shelf. Just for some added, something else to look at here. And there's so much on that those pages, you can cut out more things. I wanted to put her here, sitting on this bench here. And then I was thinking of putting some greens, some green pieces, to go with these. So I cut it out in different shades of greens here and just kind of cut the pieces apart wherever. And that's kind of the fun part of this. Let's see if I can. So if you have anything like this, it's perfect for this. Let's see, I thought it'd be fun to kind of put some in here. Like that. I just want to, sometimes when you cut it, you can just kind of fix those little corners of the leaves here. I thought it might be kind of fun, maybe, if I put her there. And it just kind of adds some dimension. We can put some greens that way. You can just have it here, like that. We can even put some of the lighter green, maybe. That's kind of fun, isn't it? I think I'll put that there. Let's try it. because she's got the plants growing right inside her little cottage here too. So, because you have to remember, these are very tiny little houses, right? Okay. Where's my tweezers? They're helping me replace things here. So I'm going to, if she's sitting there, I'm going to have this come in right about here. And then this one, she's going to be sitting here. This one I'm going to have, and it kind of is fun to kind of have them growing around her, like so, like in front of her is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to glue this piece down on her, like that, because that's where I want it to be. Hold it there for a second. And then I will lift this up, put this behind. That'll secure it. And now I can glue this down. Okay. All right, let's get her on. We're going to put it right, we're going to sit her right here and gently push her down. Hold her down for a second here. And I like the greens. It really adds some dimension in here. Okay. You know, another thing you can do if you have like an iridescent pen, you can hit her wings. Oh, another thing I thought of too is we could cut some wings out of, you can, what am I thinking of? Not tissue, vellum. You can even cut some wings out of vellum. So on this side here, you see there's some plants here and there's a little bit of something growing there. And I wanted to put just a little piece, but I'm going to cut the straight edge off here. And I thought this little piece here would be really cute right there. So I'm going to put that one there. Okay. Trying to hold on to this with my fingers here. Okay. All right, let's grab it. And I just want to have it growing right up here along the window with the other plant. Now I think that's fun. So this piece was from the jar, and what I did was I creased it and inked all around, because what I want to do is I want it to look like it's coming off the table. Do you see how that looks like it's coming off the table when you crease it right where it would be? And then what I want to do is have some jars standing on it like that. And it's because it's creased, it looks like it's literally bent, and that gives the table and the paper dimension. Okay. So I'm going to put it right at the crease of the table. And then we're going to glue these little jars on. And then we'll see. Then I'm going to do, so this jar is going to be sitting on top like that. And I'll get this little one on there. And that little one's sitting right next to it like that. And just by adding that little bit, you know, I mean, we could even go further if I wanted to. We could get some more greens, but I think this is fine. I think this is enough right now. It does give dimension to both pages, right? Something to look at. And then let's see what else we have. I know Amy's got some pretty little tags and things. We can always put a tag. We could hang it up here like it's hanging, or we can put it there. Let's see what else we can do. It could be like a little window thing, right? See? Or we could just put it right there. We'll see. We'll come back to it. I haven't decided, but I just wanted to do that. So then I want to do one more page with you. This next page right here. I want some writing pages. And so remember I was telling you about Jacqueline, this gal, Lovely's Crafty. Lovely's. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Jacqueline, but I will list Jacqueline's shop below, and like I said, she has sales, so this is one of her eco-dyed papers, and I want to make some pages in here writing papers. So I just want to give you the idea of how I'm going to do this, and I want to, first I'm going to get a rough idea of what it looks like on the page, and then I'm going to, I don't want to make them, I don't want to make them square. What I want to do is I'm going to stitch around them, and I just wanted to show you what I plan on doing. And I'm going to cover the page. I'm just kind of ripping around it to get the torn edge look around a piece, right? And then you can always save these pieces for layering and stuff. So I'm going to keep on going here. I just want to give you an idea of what I'm doing. And you'll see these, we'll have some writing pages throughout the journal. But I don't want it to be a square page, like, so I'm going to kind of keep going here. Like so. And it keeps going, see? Okay, let's just say that. If I have that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to my sewing machine. I'm going to ink the edges. And I have some forest moss here. Forest moss. And I don't have my... Let me take this off here for a second. You know, it's a color, I don't think I've ever used it. So, and this is going to be perfect in this journal. I mean, vintage photos are go-to, right? But I said, I've got to start using some of this other, and look how pretty that's going to be. I mean, you can use vintage photo too, but I got to use some green in here too. So what I'm gonna do is just freehand tear it like I did. I will probably stitch around haphazardly in here, which I will do off camera, and you'll have to see it in the next video what I'm gonna do. But I wanted to at least show you this. So what I would do is that, ink it in forest moss, and then I'm gonna just stitch around this, you know, like that. And then I would take this and I'm going to glue this on here, and that'll be a writing page. But see how I love the torn edge. Now this is just slightly too big, so I can just gently rip off a little bit more here. Let's make sure, I should have done that first to make sure it fits, but this will be fine. Just a little bit more. And these pages lend themselves perfectly. Look at there. Now that's going to fit on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some stitching around there, and then I will glue that on, and then probably, gosh, we could do like, I could put a fairy here. I have a green fairy I could put there. We can do a mushroom here. So I want to incorporate some of these eco-dyed pages throughout for your eye to rest, and you know, just to add some prettiness and writing space. So I'm going to do that, and then you'll see it in the next video, and then we'll start making pockets and tucks and that, and then once we get that covered, we'll start filling it with all kind of stuff. So okay, friends, I'm going to let you go at this point, and have a blessed day, and I'll see you soon. Take care now. Bye.